Hello Scorpios, I'm Christy, you're watching Tiny Turtle Tarot, and this is your reading for the week ahead. As always, if anything I say resonates, please let me know by liking and subscribing, and let's get on with your reading. If you're new here, I do post every Tuesday for Tiny Turtle Tarot Tuesdays, just so you know if you feel like coming back next week. And yeah, it is New Zealand Tuesdays, however I do post at the end of the Tuesday in New Zealand, so it should be Tuesday for a lot of the world. I'm not sure. I just know we get Tuesday before everyone else, so hopefully me posting at the end of the Tuesday works out as Tuesday for you guys too. Let's see what's going on, Scorpio, for the week ahead. Let's see what's happening. The Fool card, first card out. Oh, got excited, almost dropped it. There is some new journey that you're taking this week, and it could even be you taking a leap of faith into a spiritual awakening or your psychic abilities in some way. You're very, very intuitive. Obviously, you're a Scorpio, but there's something more to it than that. You could also, there's something about a friend being very psychic, or you're going to find out there's someone around you who's very psychic, or it could even be a mother or a grandmother. There's some type of gift that you could jump in. So say a grandmother gives you some tarot cards, or a mother gives you some tarot cards. I don't know. There's something that you could be gifted, or maybe this is just saying that you're gifted in the sense that you do have some type of powerful intuitive ability that you didn't realize, that it's going to take a little bit of courage to leap into, because it can be a bit scary, the unknown. There's something that, if it's not necessarily psychic, there's just some type of abilities that you're going to be jumping towards that you don't really know where they're going to lead to, if that makes sense. What else is happening for Scorpio this week? I'm getting something about the colour blue, but like a really powerful blue, like almost purple, but not, if that makes sense. It's leaning towards purple, but it's blue. Yeah. I just heard expect the worst. 3 of Wands is expecting. You could be expecting the worst, and this could be out of fear of maybe in the past you expected the best, and now you're like, well, I don't want to do that again. I want to be prepared for the worst case scenario. Don't expect the worst. It's almost like that thing of when you're driving, or at least when you're learning to drive, if you look at the middle line because you don't want to go over it, and you're looking at the middle line, you start to swerve towards it. Whereas if you just look at the horizon, or you just look at the end of the road, the center of the road, you'll drive there. You'll drive wherever you look, if that makes sense. And there's something telling you the same thing here, Scorpio, of if you're expecting the worst, you're going to kind of veer towards it. If this is love or if this is work, it doesn't matter about this particular situation for you, but whatever it is you're going towards, if you're expecting the worst and you're like, okay, let's say this is love, just for example, and you're going on a date and you're like, oh my god, they could be a serial killer. I better take my pepper spray, I better prepare mentally, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this. There's something where obviously be safe and take your pepper spray or something. Don't take this the wrong way. That's probably a very bad example. Maybe I shouldn't have said that example at all, but there's something where you're preparing for the worst. You're gonna regret it if you prepare for the worst. And again, I don't mean necessarily on a date, don't bring pepper spray. If you want to take pepper spray, take it. Be safe. But there's something where maybe I can't even think of a different example. I'm stuck on the pepper spray. Let's say this is work. Ignore what I just said. Scratch that out. Be safe, everybody. But let's say this is work, okay? There's something where you're taking a leap of faith into a new job, but you're kind of like let's say you're going to become a farmer and you've never farmed before, and you're like, well, worst case scenario, what's the worst that could happen? Because you don't want to expect the best. You don't want to think I'm going to be an amazing farmer, because you don't want to let yourself down. So you're thinking the worst, and you're kind of going, well, worst case scenario is all the crops die and it's all my fault. You're gonna attract that. You're gonna see it happen in your mind, and you're gonna attract it somehow. Like, you're gonna overwater them because you don't want them to drown, because you don't want them to be thirsty. You don't want them to dry up and die, or you're going to over fertilize them or something. There's something where you're going to over care for something. Maybe this is love, and you're like, oh my god, this is going to go bad, I'm too selfish, I don't love enough, and you're going to over love someone and they're not going to like it. There's something about don't do that. Don't overwater something. Don't overcare. Don't over give, because you're going to attract the same thing. Like, it's almost out of fear. You think something's going to go wrong, so you overgive to the situation, and then it still goes wrong. So there's something about expect the best, stop expecting the worst, and expect that it will flow in your favor. And you don't have to try very, very hard at all. You don't have to try at all. You just have to be yourself. So yeah, that was a better thing to say. It's not take betrayal, don't. Take it, okay? If you have it, take it. The main thing is don't overgive out of fear of not giving enough. And if this is you if it's the opposite way around and people never gave to you, there's something saying, like, don't expect that. Like, you might be expecting that. You might be expecting the norm for you. There's something about habits coming through. If you might have this habit of dating people that don't give to the relationship, and so you're just expecting that now from people, and it's like you need to expect more than that. You need to expect the best. And then if you get there and you get disappointed that this person isn't as good as you thought they were, great, move on to the person that is. Move on to someone new and keep looking until somebody is that person. Don't, like, there's something saying don't lower your standards so as not to be disappointed. Keep your standards where they sit right now. Keep them high. Unless you have low standards, then please hire them, because you need people that match very high standards for you. You are a high standard person and you deserve nothing but the best. And it's like you're like afraid that someone will disappoint you, so you're like, no, I'm just going to expect them to be trash. I'm going to expect them to be horrible and treat me horrible, and then I won't be surprised in the future when they do. And it's like, no, be surprised on the first date. Be surprised as soon as you meet them if they're not reciprocating your energy. It's better to be, it's almost like the message, sorry I'm fidgeting, I sat on my feet and now they're dead. It's almost like this energy of it's better to be very quickly disappointed than disappointed in 5 years' time when you're living with someone that is not giving as much to a connection as you are, or that did not want the same things as you did. So yeah, I guess that's the main message, and I carried on babbling about that for ages. We literally have 2 cards out, and I'm 7 minutes into the reading. What else? What else is going on for Scorpio? The sun. There you go. That's better. So even in the 3 of Wands, he's looking at the horizon, right? With the sunrise. It could be a sunset. However you want to look at it. Pardon me. But the sun is coming up. The sun is here. So look at it as the best case scenario. Something's happening best case scenario. Like I said with the driving thing, like if you're like, oh, I need to make sure I don't drive over the middle line, and you're looking towards it, you're going to drive towards it. If you look at the horizon going, I'm going to get to where I'm going, I'm going to drive well, you'll get there. Like, just look obviously look everywhere you're driving. Terrible advice, but don't keep looking at that middle line. Don't look at the worst case scenario, because you'll move towards it. I keep repeating the same things, so maybe nobody's listening. Or one person in particular maybe wasn't listening. The sun is the happiest card though. There is happy times coming, and this could be to do with love, but it's coming when you stop acting out of fear. 9 of Swords coming out is the card of fear. It's the card of 9 of Swords is the fear of the past repeating itself. Sometimes you might be having nightmares, you might be up at night. This could be over a particular person as well. That might be, I'm getting something about you seeing signs in someone that remind you of someone else. They're nothing like them, is what the message is saying. And this, if you're completely single, you might be very picky before you even meet someone as to who you let in. Like, straight away, it might be if you're on dating sites or something, before you even match with them, you're like, oh, they're kind of showing signs. Or it could even be about their star sign. You might be like, oh, I don't want another Aries. I don't know, there's something where you have a particular sign or something that you're avoiding. Or the second, I'm getting something about someone wearing glasses. The second someone's wearing glasses or something, you're like, nope, my ex wore glasses. I don't know, there's something about that. There's something about, or maybe it's about you don't want to wear rose-coloured glasses, but you've kind of done the opposite now. You've gone from rose-coloured glasses, you've gone from one extreme to the other. You've gone from rose-coloured glasses with someone that might have been a little bit toxic and horrible to, oh, okay, everybody's going to be horrible and toxic. And it's like, you need to be a little bit more balanced out and give someone a chance, because there is a lot of happiness coming. Just don't expect the worst. What else? judgment. How are you judging? So you might be very much, I see someone kind of performing for you, and it's judgment. There's a little bit, I think this came out for you last week, and it's like somebody is trying to show off to you. Somebody's trying to show you what they've got. They're trying to show you that High Priestess here. This person might know that you're quite intuitive or quite caring, I'm getting as well. This person knows that you feel a lot, and they might be showing off in some way to try and make things work in their favour. You might realise that this person isn't who they're portraying themselves to be. And that might be where this fear is coming in, because you're seeing them putting on a false hat or something, and you're like, oh, that's what my ex did. They pretended to be someone they weren't. There's something around the energy of you being like, oh, I'm getting a feeling that they're not who they're pretending to be, and it's purely out of fear. It's purely out of fear with this person. They might be somebody that's very extroverted when they're nervous. They just kind of come out of their shell very like, it's almost like they don't want people to know they're nervous, so what they do instead, and I'm noticing myself going like that to you, and that's this person. It's like they don't want people to know how shy or nervous or scared they are, so they just go the opposite way, and they sound quite loud or extravagant or confident, but it's actually because they're very nervous. And this could be someone you're already in a relationship with, but it's basically whoever this person is that's around you might be like, oh no, they're very fake, or because you're just trying to protect yourself and you're trying to avoid harm in the future, but they're not actually. Your worst case fear isn't what's happening for the majority of you. This reading is saying this person is just this way because they don't want to be hurt. They don't want to be seen. They're a bit afraid to have their full self seen. And they are a King of Pentacles coming through. This person is very, man or woman doesn't matter. They're just very grounded and stable. And they do have a very strong core and core beliefs, and they do know themselves very well. It's just like, I feel like when they're around multiple people, they come out of their shell and they start to show off, and they go, look at my trumpet. That sounded a bit weird, but it's like they go, look, I can play the trumpet, and they start being all extroverted, and they start being very funny, and they might just show a different side of themselves around big crowds or something, and it's not actually a red flag, but yeah, you've gone from rose-coloured glasses to red-coloured flag glasses, if that makes sense. So instead of seeing green flags now, you've got these red flag glasses on that you're just looking for every red flag you can find, and it's not going to work out well if you keep doing that. It's saying give someone a chance and try and see the green flags sometimes too, if that makes sense, because there is a balance, and everybody has that bad sign. Everybody has that negative sign about them, or that negative side to them, I should say. If you're to look for it, you'll find it, right? So with the Ten of Swords, I think this is the minor arcana for the Death card, and it's the card of the only way is up. So it's like you might be being very honest with yourself, like, oh, okay, I need to do something different in the future if I want things to work out different. And with the Sun here, it's very much happy energy. I do love the Ten of Swords card, even though traditionally it is a card of endings and pain. The reason I like it is not because of that, it's because 10 is the most you can have. So if you are going through quite a horrible time, if you have experienced a lot of pain, 10 is the most you can have. So it means everything's getting better from now on. Everything's going upwards. It can't get any lower than you are, so it's going upwards, if that's you. And with the Sun here, that's also a good sign, because the Ten of Swords originally had a sunrise. Like the Three of Wands, something about sunrise is coming through very strongly for you this time. Of the sunrise coming up, and the Sun is here. So the Sun is coming up. I'm hearing the Sun will come up tomorrow. So it's like, no matter what's happening, if you've had a very tough day, or if you had a very bad day at some point this week, you just have to remember that the Sun will rise to get I don't know why I can't talk, I'm so sorry, it's bothering me more than it's bothering you, trust me. But basically, if you've had a tough time this week, or one day in particular this week, just remember that the Sun will rise again tomorrow, and you will be very much given a fresh start to kind of, and this could be around a relationship as well. I feel like there's going to be a fresh start where you go, oh, yeah, we had an argument. Oh well, the Sun will come up tomorrow and we'll be okay again. Like, you might be expecting somebody just to quit and go as soon as you have an argument, or as soon as you have some type of little silly tiff. You're like, well, that's the end of this. And it's like, no, this person's very grounded and stable, and they're going to stick around. It's very lovely. I'm going to get a couple more cards. What else is going on for Scorpio? Ace of Cups. Ace of Cups is new love and the Hermit. I feel like you might be, especially with the High Priestess on the bottom of the deck a couple of times, if you have been going through a spiritual awakening or something like that, you have been very alone, or you've been feeling very alone. You've been feeling very much secluded, isolated, away from everyone, and there's going to be a new love that kind of gets you out of your comfort zone, or gets you out of the house, in a sense. With the Ace of Cups here, there's something about lily pads or something. Maybe Lily, the name Lily might be significant to you, but I don't even know if those are lily pads or if I'm just imagining that, but it kind of looks like it might be. It's weird that I can't tell. Could just be leaves, but anyways, there's a new love coming in if you're single, and if you're in a relationship, there's just a new love of something, a new hobby or something. But I feel like for a lot of you, this is a person, because I'm seeing you having to get a little bit dressed up. And when you get a little bit dressed up, you feel a little bit out of your comfort zone. Basically, the advice is, if you are dating, if you're newly dating, or if you're going on a date this week, make sure that you shine as bright as you can. I don't know why that's coming through. There's something with the Hermit. That is the star in her lantern, and she's keeping it in that lantern very tight. Whereas it's like the sun is here, and you could be this bright sun shining all over this person, being this happy, beautiful person, but you might be hiding a little bit of your light, out of fear of scaring someone off. But it's like, if you can't be your truest, brightest self around someone, they're not the person for you anyway, right? There's just something about you holding back, or you being afraid to show your full self. Especially with this, she's got like a scarf around her head. You might be hiding a particular aspect of yourself. You might not like, I think I said this in someone's reading last week, I can't remember. But it's like, if there's something about yourself that you don't like, a particular birthmark, it's like you usually cover it up, you're going to have it on display, or you should show it. Because at the end of the day, if they don't like it, like, this is part of you. And I think that it's not, for some reason you've decided you don't like something, that it isn't something that you shouldn't like. That's a very awkward way to say it. You've decided something is bad about you just because it's different, but it's not bad at all, is what I should have said. And so this person as well with the Ace of Cups is probably going to love this thing that's very different about you and that you've been hiding. Something about someone's hair. You might be like, oh, I have to straighten my hair if you've got curly hair, or if you've got very straight hair, you might curl it all the time. There's something where you're like, oh, I need to do this, and there's something saying, actually don't. Show this person the natural version of yourself, because they're going to love it more. Yeah. Also, like, it could be about the glasses thing. Maybe there's somebody, this could even be, maybe your ex told you they didn't like your glasses, and you're going to be like, I can't even remember if it was this reading I was talking about glasses. It might have been Taurus's reading, but there's something saying, like, if you wore glasses in the past, someone around you might have said, oh, they don't suit you, or put your contacts in, or something like that. And ever since then, you've decided you don't look good in glasses. Something saying wear glasses. Do the opposite of the thing that you think you can't do. Do it because you can, and then this person's gonna be like, oh my god, this person is so hot in glasses. I don't know, there's something that you're afraid to do, especially with Nine of Swords. You're very afraid to kind of do something because somebody's told you it's bad, but it's actually like you'll get on very well. Also, like, I'm getting that scene on the Titanic where Jack teaches Rose to spit. He teaches her to spit like a man, and she does like the proper spit thing. I'm getting that come through of somebody's told you not to burp in public or something, and you want to burp or something around this person, and they're gonna go, whoa, that's the hottest thing I've ever seen. I don't know, there's something where you're gonna do something that you shouldn't do, or that you've been told is bad, and you're gonna do it, and this person, you're gonna get on like a house on fire because you're gonna kind of relate over it, if that makes sense. Somebody has a weird sneeze. I have a weird sneeze. I don't really. I just kind of hold it in, and everyone laughs at me when I go. So there might be something where you do a funny sneeze or something, and you're told, you might even have a friend say, make sure you don't do that on the date, and then you purposely do it. You might even be trying to kind of sabotage a date a little bit. There's kind of this little bit of energy around you going out with someone, or you meeting someone new, where you then go, oh, I want to be in control of this, and I want to be the one that messes it up. And it's kind of like, it's actually going to work the opposite way, and this person's going to go, whoa, that was attractive. Just because you're not really bothered, if that makes sense. That's kind of a weird energy to get come through, but it won't be for everyone. I'm gonna give you a couple more cards. I love doing Scorpio's reading, so I'll just stick around for a while. What else? What else? Okay. Page of Pentacles. So you have a talent, you have a skill that this person also really likes. That's coming through. It landed on the Ace of Cups. So this person might even meet you through your work or through a hobby or a side hustle that you do, because it's almost like you'll fall in love through them seeing you do something very well. I don't know, I'm getting something about like very circus tricks energy around this. Maybe you were in the circus or you were like trapeze artist or something, but there's something where you can do some type of party trick or something that they're gonna go, oh, I didn't expect that. And it might be like the tipping point. I don't know why it's coming through. Of like somebody might be thinking you're too good to be true, or you're very pretty, or you're very handsome, and they think, oh, that's it. That's all there is to you. And then suddenly you do some type of trick, or you say something, and or you show them some type of talent or skill that you have, and they go, oh, there's actually more to this person, because this person maybe has dealt with people in the past that are good to look at, and then there's nothing on the insides. It's no substance. It's almost like style over substance, whereas your style and substance, and they're gonna be like, whoa, like look how stylish she looks. But the Hermit is substance more than style, because the Hermit is all going on the inside. The Hermit has been on the inside and has been going on this inner journey and has found the path they want to go down with the star. They've been searching, but it's almost like you might have been searching for a while who you were, and then you've gone the other way and you don't know who other people are anymore, because you're so aware of yourself and what you love and like to do, and you're very much like immersed in your own inner world, that this person is going to realize more and more that you are more substance than style. But that's not to say you're not stylish on top of that. Like, they're going to realize they couldn't, almost like, I was going to say they're going to realize they couldn't have been more wrong. So maybe they're very quickly going to be like, well, you look good. You're a pretty rhinoceros. And then they're going to go, oh, they're actually intelligent and funny and talented and all the other things, and on top of it, they are a little bit stylish. They're gonna realize, in comparison to everything else, your style is like, or your attractiveness or your beauty is so much, a tiny, tiny thing about you, and the rest of you is so much more important. I'm gonna get you one more card. This is very beautiful love. Like this love coming in is very genuine, but it's almost like very early stages. It's very new for some of you. And if you're in a relationship, then it's just like a new phase to it, or a healing to it, where you get to know someone again. You get to understand someone. 9 of Cups. So you've got Ace of Cups, 9 of Cups, which is 10 of Cups. But like the 9 cups are going to come afterwards. I feel as well like it's going to catch up to them. Like say you're on a date, say you just met someone, whatever's going on, it's going to be very good, but it's going to seem little at the time. It's going to seem like a little bit insignificant. Oh, we're just going out for dinner. I'll be back later. There's something where this person is also like, you're both in the same mindset about something being a little bit less. Like, I don't know why that's coming through. Of just like, oh yeah, we'll catch up. We'll do this. But then afterwards, it's like they spend a lot more time thinking about this and like blushing or thinking about what happened on a date than you realize. And it's almost like driving home or something. If you drove separate cars or something, there's just this energy of this person thinking about it. Like looking and feeling very happy when they think back on everything that happened. Even if you only had a tiny brief meeting or a tiny date, it's just like they're going to be like, oh my God. Like in awe of you. They're gonna be like, oh my God, this, and this. 9 cups here. It's like they have 9 different things in particular that make them very, very happy that they've met you, or very, very happy about the day, or all the things that went well. This person's like over the moon about you in some way, even if you've only met them briefly, or even if this week you meet them and you only meet them for a little bit of time. Like they're gushing over you. Like look at that. I don't even know what this is. I should know what this is. It's like a meerkat or an otter. It's probably none of the above, but it's just like, look at the look in his eye. Like, admiration, pure admiration from this person, and they're kind of looking at you, like, doing something really well. Like, you couldn't do any wrong in this person's eyes, and they haven't even known you very long, or they haven't even met you yet. Like, it's kind of silly, but it's also, like, true. It's very true that this person just... They have you on a pedestal from, like, the second. I'm also noticing, look, he's got, like, a little, Aladdin, what's it called? The genie lamp, right? Of the wishes come true, and that's the Nine of Cups, is wishes fulfilled. So there's some type of wish fulfillment that you are to this person, and they might be like, whoa, what's the catch? Like, they might be looking at you like, whoa, there's no way they're all the things I wished for and more. Then I only wished for, I got 3 wishes, and I got 9? Like, I got all this happiness back, and I only wished for these 3 things. Like, they may have wished for somebody that was a Scorpio, 1, and then the second thing they wished for was that they had a talent, and the third thing they wished for was that they were kind of stylish and pretty, right? And that's their 3 wishes, but then you're actually more. Like, you're more than they bargained for in the best way possible. 3 of Cups coming out. I go, so I said they got three wishes, implying that the cups were wishes, and then you got the 3 of Cups coming out. Good clarification, good clarification. Wow, that's crazy. So you also might be very good with people. If you're watching this like, Christy, what do you want about? I'm not good with people. This person is going to lead you to discover that you are very good with people. Especially if you've been in your hermit mode. It's almost like you haven't really given yourself a chance to socialize, or you haven't given yourself a chance to get out there. Whereas you're going to kind of realize, oh, actually, I am really good at socializing. I am actually very funny in conversation. I am good at getting on with people that I don't know that well. Yeah, it's almost like you don't meet new people often, and this person is going to make you go, oh, this person's going to make you like yourself more, purely out of them, because I said they're going to bring you out of your comfort zone, right? So, like, whatever that comfort zone involves, the opposite of it is going to mean you're going to be socializing more or talking more to people, and you're going to start to like your personality. You're going to start to like yourself more than you already did. And it's silly because you do like yourself. I feel like you are spiritually awakened enough to like the person that you currently are. No matter where you're at, you're just happy. That being said, you've never seen the side of yourself that you're about to meet. And you're going to love her or him. You're going to love the person that you are around this person. It's almost like you might have felt a bit trapped in the people that you're around. This could be friends. You might have fallen into this trap of just being one personality around them, and you felt like you had to carry on being, in saying that your friends might all have similar personalities, right? It's kind of what I'm trying to say. They might all be very similar, and that's nothing against your friends. They've just been around each other for so long that they've morphed into the same person. Whereas you're going to be like very different, and you're suddenly going to be freer around this person because they're just in awe of you, that they're giving you the freedom to be yourself, and you're going to just be yourself, and they're going to love you for it, and you're going to start to like yourself no matter what personality you have. And it might be very unpredictable and very crazy at times, and you might be a different person every day of the week, but this person will love you, and you'll start to kind of explore the different sides of yourself rather than being stuck in what your friends, I don't know, there's something about Scorpio, you're not like your friends at all, but you might have had this fear of morphing into the people you're around because you've seen others do it. And that could even be in a relationship. You're afraid that you'll become like this person. Don't worry, there's no way this person won't be anything like you. They're too busy watching you be you and admiring you. They will not morph into you, and you won't morph into them. You'll just be admiring each other. It's very beautiful. It's very individualistic, if that makes sense. It's very much independent, both of you, but also admiring each other when it comes together without morphing. There's something about morphing as well, like, very strange. I'm going to wrap your reading up here. Thank you so much for watching. If anything I said resonated, please let me know by liking and subscribing, and I'll see you next Tuesday for Tiny Turtle Tarot Tuesdays.